he's had to deal with. He's managed it, and he's run the offense and run the team well.
The Canisius wins the tip. They're going to let it fly all night long. What a start for the Golden Griffins. Didn't take long, Debbie. They won't be shy tonight.
No, this is a team that likes to shoot the three as well. They make 9 threes a game, and they will play with a lot of pace and tempo on the offensive end.
Now there's head coach Reggie Witherspoon in year number 8 as head coach of Canisius. His team playing some confident basketball right now. You saw what they can do on the offensive end. What are going to be the keys tonight, Debbie?
Well, their leading scorer, Siem Uijtendaal, is a really good scorer. He has to recognize all the coverage he's going to get. They got to play with pace, and in order to do that, they have to be on the glass. Frank Mitchell is the best rebounder in the MAC. Trey Dinkins is one of the best decision makers at the top of the floor offensively.
It was Uijtendaal that opened the scoring with that 3 straight off the tip. It's interesting, a year ago, Uijtendaal just averaging 4 points per game. Now he's tripled his production, become a consistent scorer, 9 straight games in double figures. They'll need him to be huge again tonight.
He's 6'6", he's added some muscle to his frame, and they like to run offense through him.
Ishmael Leggett can't connect, gets his own rebound. Trying to squeeze it into Federico. Leggett keeps it alive. Shot clock under 15, and another open 3. That time, Leggett cashes it home.
Now that's a confident shooter right there. Leggett's a transfer from Rhode Island, and he brings double-figure scoring in every game this season as well.
All the talk about Bub Carrington, and for good reason. Certainly doesn't look like a freshman, but Leggett's been great in that backcourt rebuild as well.
The scramble off the offensive rebound and the hustle play by Leggett, he gets rewarded with a corner triple.
Hinson couldn't quite keep it in play. There's Jeff Capel, the reigning ACC Coach of the Year. He's having to be very happy with how his team performed in the backyard brawl, a convincing 80-63 win against West Virginia. We talked about Blake Hinson in that game, but it was a great team effort, Debbie.
Yes, Jay, one of the things he talked to us about was how well his bench played. They scored 25 points to outscore West Virginia's bench. They took care of the ball as well and handled the West Virginia pressure, especially in the second half.
Carrington called for the shove off there.
Watch Carrington trying to get into the paint. See, he extends that arm. Otherwise, he does a great job of getting to the paint, and he gets 2 feet in the paint when he wants to, Jay. Off the bounce at 6'6", he's got an explosive first step.
Pitt 3 turnovers in the opening 2 minutes. Up high, Canisius letting it fly. Frank Mitchell rocks the rim there.
Good execution early on by Canisius, which is a good sign for them coming on the road, playing against a Power 5.
Hinson from the logo. He is red hot, the hottest shooter in all of college basketball.
He is really fun to watch. He is seeking offense, and you got to come with a long closeout on him and make him put it on the floor.
The nation's leading 3-point shooter just buried his 40th 3 of the season. Canisius trying to answer. Short.
You know what, Jay? Hinson is shooting better from the 3-point line in the last 3 games than he has been from the free throw line. That's why you got to make him dribble into his jumper. Make him make
that time right to the rim. He can do it all, Blake Hinson.
Your transition defense is going to be tested against Canisius because they're going to push on makes and misses.
Carrington's going to try his luck from the logo. Can't connect.
See, and this is where you got Hinson, who makes back-to-back baskets, a 3 and a drive. Get him another look. Run something for him. And that's where Carrington's got to take his game to the next level.
Inside, Mitchell muscles it up and in.
Frank Mitchell is a 6'8" junior. He leads the MAC in offensive rebounding at better than 3 a game. He's got a wide frame, and he'll use it against the taller front line of Pittsburgh.
Pull-up pop. Carrington catches in. He just does not look like a freshman.
He loves to get to that right hand, too, Jay. He's really solid with that pull-up jump shot.
Both teams with a really good offensive flow to start this game. Pittsburgh's made 4 of their last 5. And if you don't know, now you know. The hottest shooter in all of college basketball, Blake Hinson. He's already got 43s on the year.
You're great.
Games. It's 4 dribbles total when you count all 40 of his made threes. That's it, Jay. Catch and shoot. He's coming off action, gets his feet set, and he's letting it fly.
So what does that mean for Canisius, and you're trying to defend this guy?
So watch right here. When he catches and he's on the logo, you got to come all the way out and contest and get in his space and make him put it on the deck. You got to get in his vision a little bit better. You can't just let him get a clean look. And I think you got to be more physical with him coming off the screening action to bump him off his rhythm a little bit.
Five minutes into this game, Pittsburgh a 5-point lead. Canisius has come out aggressive offensively. Their leading scorer, Uijtendaal, passes it up here. Money! Bryce Akpo, the senior from Dallas. This Canisius team is not backing down.
Trying to get Hinson on a post-up right there.
Carrington directing traffic. Shot clock at 5. Guillermo Diaz-Graham triggers and hits. The sophomore from Spain at 7 feet shows off the range.
He's one of the more improved players at Pitt. He made only 7 threes all of last year. He's already made 9 this season.
Back door open. Uijtendaal runs right through it for an easy up and in.
I'll tell you what, Coach Weatherspoon has run some really good stuff right here early on. His action has been at the rim, going to the basket. They've already had a dunk, and they had a back door. Uijtendaal is a 41% three-point shooter. He does a nice job of kicking to Gadsden and letting him knock it down. And then on the other end, watch Guillermo, a little pick and pop action. Catches and lines it up. Really nice job to find the three-point line.
Blake Hinson leading all scorers right now with 6. His confidence is contagious for this Pitt team, and Jeff Capel told us that in addition to the awesome three-point shooting where he leads the nation and made threes, he has really improved as a leader, as a teammate, and has found his voice this season.
You know, some guys welcome that role of being the go-to guy, and he definitely has relished that. He's prepared for it. He went down 20 pounds in the offseason to get himself ready to play extended minutes. That's doing it not just with your words, but with your actions as well.
Uijtendaal into traffic, draws the foul. He was triple teamed there going baseline, and he'll head to the line for 2. Siem Uijtendaal coming off a season high 24 points against Robert Morris. And next Saturday right here on ACC Network, it's a college basketball quadruple header. The games you must watch: Vermont and Virginia Tech. The Catamounts, they've got a really good team under John Becker. They'll be in Blacksburg at 4 Eastern time, and then Northeastern at Virginia 4 games, all right here on ACC Network.
I feel like the ACC is wide open going into this season, right? I mean, I don't feel like there's a dominant team. We thought Duke was going to be it. They did win today, but they were coming off of back-to-back losses. Should be interesting.
Now, is it Clemson, Debbie?
It might be Clemson right now. Their stock is up, and I'll tell you who else's stock is up. Wake Forest. Steve Forbes getting Efton Reed available. I think Wake Forest is going to be in the running and either can win the league or determine who will win it. Look at Hinson using that frame to get inside. Well, there was a lot of contact.
Seems like he's made a concerted effort tonight to go inside more, not just camp outside the arc. Canisius has made their last 3. 1 possession game here at the Peak.
That's an illegal screen by Mitchell. Watch Mitchell right here. Oh, I don't see much right there. It looks like he just lost his balance. Little zone.
Over against Canisius. Yeah, Golden Griffins go zone here. Wide open, Jorge Diaz-Graham can't make Canisius pay. Step back 3 for the tie. Got it! Trey Dinkins ties this game at 17.
Trey Dinkins is a 47% three-point shooter. That is a beautiful step back in the corner.
Brother to brother there. Jorge de Guillermo, the Diaz-Graham twins. They've stepped up now in their sophomore season. Rattled in and out. It was halfway down for Akpo, no good. Running the floor well.
His first game was against North Carolina, a game that Jason actually played in.
Reggie Witherspoon's been coaching basketball for a long time, a great basketball mind, and a tease for later in the game. We'll tell you who his first college coach was at Erie Community College. It's a Hall of Famer, and we can't wait to tell that story. Reggie's team, despite that air ball, playing really well on the road midway through this first half, only down by 4.
Boy, the pace has really picked up right here. Your transition defense is going to be tested.
Akpo's been active, in perfect position there to cash in. Federico, it's intercepted. Trey Dinkins has been pushing the floor at point guard all night long for Canisius. The Golden Griffins have come in confident. Now a chance to take the lead, and they do.
I don't think TJ Porter had any sweat on him the last time he went down the floor. This time he knocks it down. He was wide open the first try. I like that middle ball screen action with Carrington.
Right down the lane, everything but the finish from Jalen Lowe.
Jeffress doing a good job getting a hand on it. Watch the ball movement right here. He sets a screen, and then the penetration inside, and Guillermo overhelps, or Jorge overhelps, and that leaves Porter wide open. That tag is going to come from the weak side most times, not from the strong side on that ball screen action.
Pittsburgh gives it right back. There's Porter again, left open. Fails to make him pay. Both of these teams running and gunning in transition. Bub Carrington knocks it down from deep.
Wow,
you mentioned
really
it, Debbie.
hustle.
Transition defense at a premium. You're seeing that from both teams.
Watch how quickly Pitt's going to push right here. You got to run the floor hard and wide. Carrington does a great job of using the behind the back dribble to get his balance and get himself organized. I like the zone by Weatherspoon, you know, Jay, because they don't have the same kind of depth that Pitt has. Might be just a good tempo change.
Yeah, I was about to ask you about tempo. Who does the fast-paced tempo favor in this game?
Well, it favors Pitt because of their length, their talent, and their depth. But that's the way Canisius plays, and you don't want to change what you do, take the air out of the ball here. You don't have enough. You don't want to play, you don't want to slug it out in a quarter court with them for 40 minutes. That's why you see Canisius pushing so hard and looking to score quickly.
Contested three, Gadsden left it short, gets his own rebound, keeps it alive. Into the lane, Dinkins draws the foul. Chance to tie it at the line.
Look at this zone right here. It's a tandem 2-3, and they match up with players in their area. And so they're doing a really good job of switching right there and keeping the zone man-to-man principles inside the zone. You know, sometimes coaches will go zone and then switch to man underneath 10 on the shot clock, but I don't think we've gotten anywhere close to 10 on the shot clock yet.
You're right. Something to watch tonight as this game continues. Tied at 24 as Canisius comes in the number 4 team in the country in three-point defense, holding teams to just 24% from three. Well, Pittsburgh's got Blake Hinson and a lot of other guys that can knock it down from deep. Right now shooting 40%. Low floater falls.
Really good job getting in the gap, not over penetrating. Good ball movement on this end of the floor as well for Canisius.
And the passing has been on point, leads to another three. That is now 6 assists on 9 made shots tonight for Canisius, and the Golden Griffins are back in front. Leggett draws the foul. Back and forth we go, Debbie.
Watch Jalen Lowe right here. Get to the elbow. Beautiful lefty floater. And then on the other side, Police drills the triple. We got a good game in the first half.
They played 2 seasons together at Erie Community College, and Witherspoon was telling us he learned so much from John Beilein and still very much uses the stuff he learned all the way back then in practice every day with his Golden Griffins.
We asked him what was in the secret sauce, and he said, really nothing. Taking care of the ball and playing man-to-man defense and playing it well. And if you can do those 2 things, you can have success. We know Coach Beilein was very much about the fundamentals of the game.
And Witherspoon shared a great story that the only reason Beilein got the job at Erie Community College is because the coach before him, a gentleman by the name of Kerm Helmer, was the bowling coach and the basketball coach. And the athletic director went to Helmer and said, you can't do both, so we got to hire a new bowling coach. And Helmer turned around and said, no, you need to hire a basketball coach because I'm sticking with bowling. And they landed John Beilein.
What a great story. He loved telling us that story, too. We had a really good conversation with him.
And This team's played well. Pittsburgh with back-to-back baskets, but still a one-possession game.
Jeff Capel's trying to turn it up a notch on the defensive end. They go to trap the ball screen action. But Uijtendaal finishes at the rim.
Pitt going a little too quick there. The turnovers have hit the Panthers tonight in this first half. There's 6. They're shooting the ball really well, Debbie, 60%, but too many turnovers for Jeff Capel's team in this first half.
You know, there's a difference between playing fast and playing in a hurry, and there's a change of cadence when after you push, if you don't get anything on the primary. And there again is another trap on the wing that results in a turnover, but in trying to push the ball up the floor, go back-to-back, turning it back over, giving it back to Canisius.
We said at the beginning of this game that Pittsburgh's coming off their most complete performance of the season Wednesday in the backyard brawl at West Virginia. They had 6 turnovers in that entire game. They already have 6 turnovers in the opening 13 minutes of this game.
Well, Blake Hinson's been a little quiet here. Let's see if they can get him going. Trying to get him on a post-up right there.
Calling for it, gets it. On the drive, puts it up and in. Blake Hinson.
You can't bump him off his line. He is just too strong. That frame is so solid. I mean, you can't leave the ball.
Hinson with 11, showing that he's not just a three-point shooter tonight. Shot clock at 5 for Canisius, trying to answer. How about the floater? Trey Dinkins, the perfect touch.
It's a great recognition of the switch. Canisius just trailing by 1.
We have a special guest today on ESPN College Game Day, the Geico Deco.
Look, just get to the part when you tell everyone how easy it is to insure what's important to them. Home, car, even RV. Come on, there's an RV right there. Did he even see the talking points I gave him?
I don't believe so, sir.
For all your insurance needs from home to car to RV, it's easy to Geico.
Desmond?
I forgot the talking points.
Now back at 4th we go at the Pitt. These two teams going punch for punch, and a couple of floaters here, Debbie.
Watch Hinson right here. Attack the baseline side, handle the contact with that frame and finish. And then Dinkins recognizing the switch.
We have had 3 ties, 5 lead changes tonight. Pittsburgh had made their last 4 before that miss. And Canisius has made their last 3. Both teams shooting better than 50% from the floor in this first half. It's been an outstanding offensive matchup. Mitchell shooting over a double team. That's no good. Leggett keeps it in play. And now here's Jalen Lowe. Transition ball has been the key for Pitt's offensive success tonight. Shot clock under 10. Diaz Graham, and we've got a wedgie in Pittsburgh.
Diaz Graham has got to go up strong with that frame and finish. And Gadsden is playing Hinson right now, face guarding with a no catch. That is really hard for a big guy to stick it in the rim like that. He's supposed to be playing above the rim, Jay, not below the rim.
And tomorrow, right here on ACC Network, a women's basketball doubleheader. It tips off at noon with Duke and Florida Gulf Coast, and then a rivalry game at 2, Kentucky and Louisville.
Duke coming off a loss in conference play against Clemson. Amanda Butler's team with a big win at home.
Yes, Graham misses both from the line. Pittsburgh hasn't really gotten many chances from the foul line tonight, just 2 of 4. Trapped in the corner. Dinkins in trouble. Somehow passes out of it, and then it's stolen away. Jalen Lowe, the steal and the score.
I think Jeff Capel, coming off the last 2 timeouts, has really changed the tempo of the game on the defensive end because they're looking to trap. They're being more aggressive. They're taking a few risks.
Panthers headed to a 3rd straight national semifinal. What a scene at Fitzgerald Fieldhouse, just right up the hill from where we are at the Peterson Event Center. Awesome moment and a great day for Pittsburgh athletics. Debbie Antonelli, Jay Alter with you. The men's basketball team in a dogfight here, 1-possession game, and now tied, deep 3. Trey Dinkins delivers.
The volleyball team at Pitt had an incredible comeback, down 0-2 in sets and win 3 in a row to advance. And let's see if Pittsburgh men, they have been having to play from behind a little bit here tonight as well.
Jeffress answers. He's been a big boost off the bench. William Jeffress. And Jalen Lowe, that was off the ball. Slow to get up.
That's just Jeffress's 2nd triple of the season. Shooting with a lot of confidence right here. Once the ball goes inside, that's a great time to get a kick to the top. And then Lowe looks like he gets tangled up a little bit, runs into head coach Reggie Witherspoon.
This has been a really fun back and forth first half. Another chance to tie it. It's good.
Well, Porter hasn't been known as a 3-point shooter, and he hasn't had a lot of minutes so far this season. But he's knocked down 2 here in the first half, so the scout was not to guard him. Let's see if they make an adjustment.
Fifth tie of the night. These 2 teams going back and forth. Jeffress can't connect. Transition 3 on its way. Too much on it. Hinson rips down the rebound. Hinson in attack mode, right to the rim. Everything but the finish.
Good job matching up in transition by Pitt. They run a little clear out.
Uijtendaal double teamed. And draws the foul, a chance to take the lead at the foul line. And what a night it is for TJ Porter so far, Debbie.
And watch Porter right here. Diaz Graham is sinking in the paint. He's helping out on driving lanes. He didn't even come close to a closeout. And Porter has been wide open for both of his 3-point makes.
Canisius has knocked down 7 threes tonight, shooting better than 50% from the floor. We remind you, every weekday ACC PM. It starts 4 p.m. every day. Taylor Tannenbaum, Mark Packer from the Charlotte studio. They will have plenty to talk about with college basketball in full swing. And Debbie, you were on ACC PM yesterday, weren't you?
I was. I got to spend some time with Mark Packer. He was in the basement like always. We talked a little women's hoops last night. Big games on the ACC slate, as we mentioned earlier, Kentucky and Louisville in the non-conference. That's always a great rivalry game. That'll be a packed house in the Yum Center.
Canisius with the lead, 7 made threes. That's been the recipe.
Numbers for Pitt.
Federico been quiet and is fouled.
It's not a bad foul when Federico's around the rim. He's just a 39% free throw shooter.
You know, last season he came out of nowhere to be one of the stars of that spectacular season Pittsburgh had. Played with energy and passion. People fell in love with him, Jeff Capel said, and now there's expectations, and that can somehow steal your joy, steal the surprise factor, if you will.
Well, you know what, Jay? He's a rim runner, a lob catcher, a putback, and a drop-off post player. And if he does those things well and protects the rim and is a good screener and runs the floor, he can help Pitt win in a lot of ways, and a lot of that won't even be on the stat sheet.
We'll step aside for 30 seconds. Really good ball game here at Pittsburgh.
You're great. Your game does the talking. In the ACC, ours speaks volumes. 3 of the last 8 NCAA championships. 99 NCAA tournament wins since 2015. 8 NCAA titles in the last 22 years. 6 of the top 30 winningest programs in Division I, most of any conference. It's not bragging if it's true. Greatness is what we do. The ACC accomplished greatness.
Not much to separate Canisius and Pittsburgh in this first half. We've had 5 ties, 5 lead changes. Pittsburgh's largest lead is 5. Canisius's largest lead is 3. So it has been a tight game since tip-off, and Canisius is not shy. They have come into Pittsburgh with confidence.
Pitt switching 1 through 4. Hinson showing some versatility in his game, right? I mean, we know he can score. He leads the ACC in scoring. And if you're going to run him off the three-point line, which is the strategy to guard him right now, since he's made more threes than anybody else in D1 basketball, you got to take him off the three-point line and make him make a decision with a ball off the bounce. Keep in mind, he's 6'8", he's strong, he's experienced, and he is ready to rip and get to the rim, and he can handle any kind of contact.
Hinson makes them both from the foul line. Pittsburgh back in front.
I think Pitt has been patient. I think Jeff Capel has been patient.
Shot clock under 10 in what has been a high-scoring first half. Siem Uijtendaal looking for more, and he gets it. Pittsburgh with time, under 5 left to the first half. Hinson from the logo. Missed it. He's got range from there, could not connect. Here's Blake Hinson. Carrington. And now Leggett. Good ball movement on this opening possession. Jeffress lines up the 3 and drills it.
And that's a great possession coming out of the locker room. Everyone gets a touch. Ball reverses sides of the floor a couple of times. You get a great look.
That's Jeffress's second triple. He was a big boost off the bench in the backyard brawl on Wednesday in the win against West Virginia. Made an impact here to start the second half.
And so will Mitchell for Canisius. Only 11 minutes in the first half with those 2 fouls, but he's aggressive around the rim, and he's the best rebounder in their league.
Mitchell post up right now, floats out behind the arc, 23 in gold. Calling for the ball and gets it. Mitchell spinning his way in for 2.
He's tough now. I mean, he's got a big frame. He's got a wingspan. He's got great footwork on the inside. He gets right into the chest of a shot blocker.
Here's Bub Carrington in attack mode, right down the lane, missed it. Canisius running the floor. Frank Mitchell on a rack attack.
Transition defense, you got to stop the ball. You throw it up at the rim, and Graham doesn't finish it, and it gives Canisius a downhill opportunity in transition.
Hinson looking for the immediate answer, misses it. Mitchell rips down the rebound.
You can see the impact that Mitchell's having early on in the second half. Aggressive around the hoop.
He's been a double-double machine this season for Canisius. Going inside again, it's too easy. Yuri Fritz, and Canisius leads by 4.
Mitchell, aggressive in the post-up, goes right into the front of the rim and buries Graham inside, and then beats everyone down the floor ahead of the ball. Great flush at the rim.
I love that. How creative is that?
Just a little etch-a-sketch, Jay.
You think of everything, Debbie. That's what I love working with you. Canisius on a 6-0 run to start the second half. Pittsburgh has been held scoreless here. Hinson trying to change that. It just won't drop for the Panthers right now.
So Mitchell is putting a lot of pressure on both ends of the floor on Pittsburgh's defense and his ability to run the floor and post up inside. Here he is with the ball.
Dinkins, step back 3, fading away. Can't connect.
That's a smart play by Carrington. He runs right up the backside of the post in transition.
Pittsburgh getting good looks. They just can't finish. Pittsburgh's missed 6 straight shots, a lot of them from in close. A scoring drought that's now 3 minutes and 30 seconds. Carrington trying to change it. He can't do it.
Carrington does a really good job reading that weak side and making that steal. And watch Jeffress right here off the back iron. He tries to tap it to himself to keep it alive. Good conversion by Canisius.
Uijtendaal, money. Siem Uijtendaal, unafraid. And this is the largest lead for either team tonight. An 8-0 Canisius run.
I don't think you can speed up Uijtendaal. He does a really good job of keeping the Pitt defender on his hip. That allows him to have some separation for that mid-range shot. It's just a smart play.
4 minutes without a basket for Pittsburgh. It's allowed Canisius to go on an 8-0 run. Carrington in attack mode, fades away and hits. Pittsburgh needed it. Bub Carrington delivers. Great fake out, Yuri Fritz. Dialed in right now.
Jay, Hinson left the ball. He was right there in the middle of the lane, and then he left to go out and cover a shooter. I'll tell you what, Gatson has done a really good job on Hinson. He has really limited his opportunities.
Hinson staying with it, draws the foul. Good hustle play there from Blake Hinson. All right, now Canisius in the driver's seat on the road. Siem Uijtendaal, he hasn't missed a shot tonight. 5 for 5. And the freshman Bub Carrington trying to will Pitt back.
But they have definitely run him off the three-point line tonight. And that's the way you got to guard him, Jay. I mean, he's too good out there if you let him have vision to the rim and let him catch and shoot. I might see some full court pressure here by Coach Capel coming off these free throws just to change the rhythm a little. Yeah, they're going to extend their pressure. I like it. Looking to trap across midcourt, and Canisius does a good job of reversing the basketball. And here you go, you get a stop. Sometimes when you change the rhythm of the game defensively, you can stimulate your team on the offensive end.
Here's Ishmael Leggett. And now Carrington. Shot clock at 7. Hinson calling for it. Carrington keeps it himself for a 3. Can't connect. Offensive rebound keeps the possession alive.
That's a big board by Federico. Roll and replace action.
Canisius shooting 54% from the floor. A 4-point lead on the road. The floater. Got it! Plus the foul. Siem Uijtendaal putting on a show.
I mean, he still hasn't missed. Look at Gadsden's defense right here. Because of transition, he ends up matched up on Carrington. He moves his feet, he closes, contests. And then Uijtendaal right here with a floater and one opportunity. Siem Uijtendaal 6 for 6 from the floor. You talk about efficiency. He's got 17 points on 6 field goal attempts, Jay. Make that 18 points.
He's perfect. 5 for 5 from the foul line, 6 for 6 from the field, 18 points. After a season-high 24 points last time out. Carrington, great hesitation. Couldn't finish it, though. There's a foul on the ensuing rebound, so it'll stay Pitt basketball. Trailing by 7 here, Debbie. Pitt has just made 1 of their last 12. What needs to change offensively for the Panthers?
Well, you know, I've seen Coach Capel a couple of times throw Blake Hinson to the block to post him up, but I think Blake has been impatient and waiting down there to, you know, take advantage of his matchup, especially with Uijtendaal guarding him. That's one way to cool off the hot hand, is to put some pressure on him on the defensive end.
Bub Carrington delivers a big-time 3, a freshman stepping up here, still learning, improving, but continues to take steps forward. 12 points to his name on the night.
Zone D. There's that trap on the wing. You see Federico can't commit that foul right there. You're late in the shot clock. You got a great trap on the wing. You got to play the game on balance. Watch Hinson right here being defended, and then Carrington comes off that little brush screen. And then right here, keep your balance.
Shot clock at 5. Canisius has to hurry. Palesi ripped it away. Jorge Diaz-Graham turns Canisius over. Stays Pitt ball underneath their own hoop. The Panthers trailing by 4. This game has been tight throughout. The urgent need for cancer research. You can join the fight against cancer by visiting v.org/donate. 100% of donations go directly to cancer research.
That is my favorite part of his speech, Jay, because I do know his family. I know his daughters. Jamie and Nicole, his two oldest daughters, are friends of mine, and it did save Jamie's life. And that is exactly why we need money for research. We gotta, if you could do something, please.
Yep, you said it best. You said it best, Debbie, and I know you know the Valvano family very well, and whatever we can do at ESPN to do our part.
Watch the execution here by Pitt, okay? They're coming off a baseline out of bounds. Carrington calls for the ball screen. You get the hard roll to the rim, and Federico makes an easy pass this time. And you go swing, swing, one more, and it's a wide open triple.
For the lead. Too much on it. Canisius led by as many as 7. The lead is shrunk to 1. Uijtendaal, that's his first miss of the night. Was a perfect 6 for 6 before that. Misfired.
Go to the same set. They're running the same play.
Can't leave him open. That's why. You know it's coming. You still can't stop it. Blake Hinson, the nation's leader in three-point makes, adds another.
That hard roll by Federico sets up that extra space for Hinson. That's why it's so important to be a hard rim roller and a rim runner. It can change the space on the floor. I'd go right back to the same set. I know Coach Capel doesn't overcoach it if it's working.
Contested shot, no good from Carrington, the freshman.
That's where he's going to grow, Jay. Like, he's going to get a feel for in a big moment in a game, right? That'll be part of the maturation process for him, because he's certainly capable of making every shot and every play. Now he's going to get a better feel for how to run the rhythm of the team.
And a late foul call. Hinson can't believe it. TJ Gadsden was short on the three-point attempt. Jeff Capel is livid. Take another look.
Well, did Hinson get into his space down below when he came down? Because that's what we didn't see, and that's what he's questioning and asking the ref right now. From this angle, watch Hinson's feet. See, there's no contact up top. Jeff Capel was calling for a flop, and you know the rules have changed this year, Jay, so there's no warning. If there was a flop, and the officials don't really like calling it, it would be a technical foul.
Well, in a tie game, that's a big call because TJ Gadsden gets 3 foul shots. I don't think that's a foul, Debbie.
No, it has to do with the landing area. It doesn't have to do with the shot up top.
Gadsden makes all 3 from the line, so Canisius back in front. Back and forth we go. Pitt having to earn this one after an 80-63 win in the backyard brawl. They are getting tested here at home by Canisius.
Really good cut that time by Carrington. See, he's been playing with the ball in his hands most of the time, right? All of his offense comes off the bounce. His ability to get to the mid-range. He's going to learn to be a really good cutter. Like, that's an excellent screen by Federico.
Jorge Diaz-Graham trying to spin his way in. And it drops to make it a 1-point game.
Staying in that extended three-quarter court pressure.
Uijtendaal, who has 18 points to lead Canisius, number 5 in goal. You have to think everything works through him down the stretch of this game.
Look,
it's a turnover.
On that side, the right side of the zone, you've got 6'11" and 6'10" on the wing. You got to run offense on the other side of the floor.
Leggett for the lead, count it, plus the foul, Ishmael Leggett.
Well, I love the change in defense by Jeff Capel's team because it's given them some momentum on this end of the floor. This is just great footwork by Leggett to step through, handle the contact, and throw it off the glass.
Couldn't complete the three-point play, but he does give Pittsburgh back the lead by 1. Frank Mitchell, he's got so much muscle, fires Canisius back in front.
He's tough, and he's been a difference in this second half.
Great pass, Leggett a 3. Got it! And a turnover. Leggett's got 10. Back-to-back baskets for the transfer from Rhode Island. He scored in double figures in every single game this season. And these two baskets give Pittsburgh a 2-point lead with under 8 left.
Has been a great coaching adjustment by Jeff Capel by going to that three-quarter court pressure and falling back into that zone.
The Pitt made their last 3 shots. The last 2 belong to Ishmael Leggett. Federico. Perfectly done inside, and Pitt now leads by 4.
So Pitt's situational offense has been very good. They're ATOs after timeout, and you give Federico a catch at the front of the rim where he doesn't have to make any decision except for go and score.
Uijtendaal, 5 seconds to shoot down the lane, missed it. After making his first 6, Siem Uijtendaal has missed his last 2, and what was a 7-point Canisius lead in just 6 minutes has turned into a Pitt 4-point advantage. Leggett lines up the 3 and buries it. Ishmael Leggett delivers from deep.
I love the short roll in the middle third. You get the ball to Federico in the middle of the lane where he has 2 options, shoot it or pass it to the corner.
Oh, Canisius needed that. The immediate answer cuts the lead down to 4.
Now zoned by Canisius.
Six minutes to play. Pitt has made their last 5 shots on a 12-5 run. Blake Hinson flying to the rim for 2.
Nobody's stepping in to draw a charge on that straight line drive.
Hinson's got 20.
CJ, look at that side of the zone over there on the left side. You've got Diaz-Graham and Federico. That's a lot of length. Carrington just comes off that pick and roll and leaves it at the front of the rim for Federico. Here's the short roll, the kick to the corner. Leggett does a great job of sliding and relocating into the vision of Federico.
Timeout, Canisius. The Golden Griffins have lost control of this game. They led by 7 at the 3:15 mark in the second half. Since then, it has been all Pittsburgh. Panthers now lead by 6. They've made their last 6 shots.
I think it's a good timeout. They couldn't get the ball in bounds. It gives them a chance right here to get organized on a baseline out of bounds play. Let's see what defense Jeff Capel will put his team in on this particular possession. Since about the 12-minute mark, they have been in some extended pressure, falling back into a zone. And look at Hinson right there, firing his guys up, getting their focus back. So you got to come with that long closeout, Fritz, all the way out to the hash mark, and he just goes on a straight line drive. Look at Mitchell, gets out of the way because you're not going to draw a charge there, and you're not going to block that shot when he's got a head of steam coming at you straight line.
Hinson, the nation's leading three-point shooter, has been a lot more than that for Pitt tonight. Hasn't been afraid to get it done on the drive. Uijtendaal in trouble. Hinson getting it done defensively. Blake Hinson lost the handle, and it's Canisius' ball.
Yeah, what a play by Dinkins. He gets a deflection off of Hinson. That should have been 2 points for Pitt. And anytime you put the ball behind your back or you spin in the middle of the floor, you got to realize there's going to be help. Hinson right here. Dinkins gets a hand on it, makes a great play.
Under 5 left in regulation. It's been a tight game throughout. Dinkins, pull up pop, got it.
He's been forced into the point guard position because Tversky has been out with a foot injury or ankle injury. He played the backup point last year, but he's done an excellent job this year taking care of the ball, managing the team, and Hinson sticks it from deep. You cannot make a mistake on Blake Hinson. No one has made more triples in Division I men's basketball at this point in the season than Blake Hinson. He is 3 for 4 from deep, and look how quick the catch and shoot. And he steps into it, and Carrington puts it right in the, sticks it right in the pocket. And even though you're there, you got to get in his window. He is so good outside the arc. Check this out. On the season, he's made 42 triples. 38 of them are catch and shoot. The previous 3 games, he made 23s and only dribbled 3 times. On the 42 made threes, because we tracked it before the game, he's dribbled a total of 4 times all season. It's going to be fun to keep up with that number as the year goes on.
Yes, it will. Right now, the nation's leading three-point shooter, 42 on the year, which leads all of Division I, and he's made 3 or more threes in each of the last 9 games. 4 minutes to go. Shot clock down to 5. Canisius in the danger zone, needing a bucket. Dinkins from the logo misfires. Bounces around. Akpo trying to keep it alive, and Hinson digs it out for Pitt. Blake Hinson doing it all for the Panthers tonight.
That's an excellent defensive possession by Pitt because they forced that deep 3 and then the gritty play to get possession.
Foul called, 3:23 remaining. Canisius led by 7. About 10 minutes ago in this game, and Pittsburgh has roared back because of hustle plays like this.
I mean, it's winning time, right? And you mentioned Hinson's got 23, but that play right there doesn't show up on the stat sheet, and that's how you lead a team to victory.
Inside, Federico, kick out, Carrington lines up the 3, missed it. Jeffers with another hustle play, keeps it alive for Pitt, and now 3 minutes left in this game, and Pitt with all the momentum and the crowd behind him.
The hustle highlight reel's looking good right now, Jay.
Up top, Federico hammers it home. And it took a while, but the Oakland Zoo is in full voice, wheeling the Panthers to the finish line. Dinkins silences them with a huge three to keep Canisius in it. It's a 2-possession game with 2:30 to play.
Trey Dinkins, 42% outside the arc this season, which is top in the MAC. He gets right in the seam of that zone. This is why you have a chance to win, is because Jeffers is willing to make this hustle play right here, and then Leggett leaves it, and Federico finishes it. And you come down, and Dinkins, who shoots it better from 3 than from 2 right now, gets right in the slot. That's why when you go in the gym, Jay, and you see those X's on the floor, and that's that part of the court, that's where you're supposed to be, and X marks the spot for Dinkins.
How much fun has this game been? It's been tight throughout, back and forth. 15 lead changes, and Pittsburgh trying to hold on to this 6-point lead. Full court pressure coming from Canisius. Carrington slows things down, clinging to a 6-point lead. Pittsburgh's made 8 of their last 9 to take control of this game. Hinson leads the way with 23. Make it 25 plus the foul. Blake Hinson has taken over.
I love this by Jeff Capel. He says, I'm going to my guy right here. We're going to finish this off this way. ISO matchup he can take advantage of. Dinkins trying to hold his ground. Too strong. 2 points and an and one opportunity for Hinson.
.26 points on the night for Blake Hinson. He might be the hottest player in all of college basketball right now, Debbie.
He might be. I mean, he has been outstanding. Can you sustain it? When we talked to Jeff Capel, the first thing he said to us yesterday was sustain. Sustain what we're doing. Sustain the level. Get contributions from the bench.
Who's coming away with the rebound? Jump ball is the call. Possession arrow with Canisius. 1:34 remaining. The Golden Griffins, time not on their side. They have battled all night long, Debbie. They led by 7 with 13 minutes left in this game.
Well, and then the stretch, Jay, where Pitt well, right now, Pitt has made 9 of their last 10. I mean, they have finished the game off by working through the middle third. A lot of Federico in the short roll, and a lot of Blake Hinson.
Uijtendaal, the leading scorer, leaves it for Gadsden, who misfires.
You got to believe the depth has a wear-down effect on opponents. I think we're seeing that from Canisius right now, that Pitt's depth has played a factor.
Bub Carrington playing the role of closer, the freshman. An 11-point lead, the largest of the night. Pittsburgh has played their best basketball when it's mattered most. Mitchell slams on the answer, but time not on Canisius' side. Just 55 seconds left.
Well, again, I'm going to go back to Pitt trailing by 7 around the 12-minute mark, Jay. Coming out of that timeout, Coach Capel switched up to 3-quarter court, put some pressure on, stayed in that zone, and it's a big zone when you've got 6'10 and 6'11 on the wings.
Now look at that. The clock stops while the ball's in play. At least 5 or 6 seconds ran off. they're going to have to adjust to this.
They're going to have to get the stopwatch out. I think they're probably going to go with 5 seconds. Boy, Mitchell has been available at the rim. I think Jeff Capel's going to be really proud of his second half effort of his team, Jay, that they responded to some adversity, you know, and you put a non-conference schedule together so that you could put your team in different situations. And he knew that Reggie Witherspoon would bring a well-prepared, balanced, fast attack to his team, and they brought the fight.
Made a 3 right off the opening tip of this game. Canisius has battled for its entirety, but Pitt, when this game was hanging in the balance, when it was going back and forth, 15 lead changes, just punch for punch, Pitt has made 11 of their last 12 shots since trailing 54-47. The Panthers have outscored Canisius 33-17. Risky pass, but Carrington grabs it. Under 40 seconds now.
How fun is it going to be to watch Carrington continue to evolve at the point?
He just gets better and better. And he has played the role of closer tonight. This freshman isn't playing like an 18-year-old. "16 points for Bub Carrington. And what will go down as a winning effort. And Pittsburgh has their largest lead of the night here in crunch time. The score won't reflect what was an even game, Debbie, but Pittsburgh did what they needed to do when it mattered most.
They got challenged. They faced some adversity. They handled their execution offensively, and you can see the friendship between the two head coaches. That's a big win for Pitt because Canisius is going to have an excellent season in the MAC.
Big embrace between Witherspoon and Capel. Those two won the gold medal together in 2010 for USA basketball. So much respect between those two men, these two programs. But it's Pittsburgh who closes the game in furious fashion. They make 12 of their last 13 shots, and the vibes are good.